What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm back with some King-Ohger stuff finally. It's been a while since I've talked about King-Ohger. It's because I decided to get the combo set for the what I guess in the show are called the three greater guardian spirits, which we have God Kabuto, God Hopper, and God Scorpion, or Kabuton, Sasorin, or Scorpy, depending on how you want to call him, and Bata. That's his name. That's they gave him a name in the show, but that's his name. I do like that they have names. You know, it's not just God Kabuto. You know, humanizes them a little bit, gives them that little bit of personality. I don't know if this is called the like a Legend King-Ohger set. Like I want to say, I got it off Amazon Japan, and they called it the three greater guardian pack or something like that. I'm not quite sure. So this probably has a billion different names you could really call it. But as you can see, you can form Legend King-Ohger with this. You got Bandai. Got the bottom is just whatever gobbledygook and the warning of do not eat anything in here. On the side, you get their gimmicks, which I do like that they all have their own gimmick, because they're honestly a ton of fun. So we'll get to those when we get to the toys. You got the King-Ohgers with Legend King-Ohger behind them, and that looks pretty cool. You got them separately, which we will also be taking a look at. And on the back, we obviously have Legend King-Ohger, and it's saying 13 bugs! Woo! And these three were released separately. Like, Kabuto was released near the beginning of King-Ohger, and then Scorpion came out like at the starting of April, and then I want to say Hopper came out late April. Either way, we got this 3 combo pack, and that's, I don't know. I just decided this is what I was going to do, and it did come with a promo item, and it is the Kabuto ShuGod Soul. This is all this does. It's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat promo, but nothing necessary. It's not a gimmick. It doesn't do anything with the sword. It doesn't do anything with the robots. It's just another soul that you can have. I know they're doing gashapons for like the main 5 and a couple, or the main 10, I think, actually. And they did some in a magazine, but I don't know if I'm going to be going after them necessarily. I think they're cool, honestly, having it in hand. I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of neat. It's kind of a gem. And I don't know, it's like, this looks cool and on display. Like, if we take a closer look, you can see Kabuto's in there, and it's like really detailed. And I do like that you can't, it is like opaque a little bit just on the back one, just so you can't see, but it still has like a texturing design. But it does look like he is floating there. So that's really cute. So yeah, that's the promo item. It doesn't do anything else. So yeah, let's get the actual 3 bugs out here, and we will see what they can do. And here are the 3 new God bugs. I don't know how else to call them that, but obviously we have God Kabuto, who was released first, God Scorpion, and God Hopper. That's his name. Or in the show, they were given the names Kabuton, Sasorin, or Scorpy, or Bata. He was just called Bata. Why didn't he get like a fun name? I don't know. Maybe they didn't have a pun. They were just like, just name him Bata. So, yeah. There was some assembly required, and while I look over Kabuto first, you had to put all the legs on, and it was transformed into cannon mode. And I will be showing that off in a little bit. And yeah, I like how this looks. I love the neon green that's on it. It's, again, a lot of King-Ohger stuff is asymmetrical and stuff. But you have to pretty much, they don't want to pop back out, but you have to plug in all of the legs. So there you go. You put the legs in. You can also open up the wings, which I love that. And if you push this thing, his horn moves up and down. So if you really wanted him to, you could flip Bata. There you go. Boom. He kind of can't, like, go up to King-Ohger and do that, or his horn will come off, which I think this was also not attached. This one you also had to plug back in, which is just a little nub. And I do like that the horn is also asymmetrical. Like, it was almost repaired at some point, which is really cool. Looking at... There's, like, just a ton of detailing, and that's why I like these mecha a lot. I don't know why. Even though it doesn't have that much of a face, it has kind of a cute face. Like, I don't know. It's the big green eye. And I'm just like, oh, that's a friend. That's shaped like a friend. And, yeah. We will get to his transformation after we get to Sasorin. God Scorpion, and legs move in and out, but that's more for transformation. Really doesn't... I guess if you really wanted to pose them up, it don't work. And you actually have to connect the tail piece, which is just... You do that, and then it allows it to rotate, so it can rotate. And you have to attach the claws. I can't remember if you had to attach this separately, but as you can tell, it is very nice chrome. But yeah, and you also get these. I kind of wish that it had more joints in the arm, but I also kind of get it for what its transformation is. You get a nice neon blue and very nondescript face. Like, maybe those two little beads right there are eyes, or maybe it's supposed to be the thing right between the gold. I don't know. Got this claw, which comes into play more for transformation. And like I said, you can move them slightly down. They're really meant to be like this, but you can move these around. They're on ball joints, so they can kind of do whatever you need them to do. And then obviously you have the joint for transformation. But yeah. And if you press this little trigger piece, it does like a little scorpion strike. Boom. I really like that. I don't know why. I love all the little gimmicks they gave them. And that's pretty much God Scorpion. I love the little... Again, I like the little gimmicks. And Bata is the most simple. And I will literally... This is how quickly he is to take... Like, this is how he's in the box. You have none of his legs. And then you just clip it on. And then you clip it on. And you got God Hopper. So, I love the neon pink. I think the neon pink looks awesome. He got his cute little grasshopper face. You can see that the chrome is on the inside. Again, I like that they all three have their own, like, neon color. So it makes me wonder, if we got King-Ohgers of these three, would, like, it be pink, blue, and green? Would that be their colors? Because that'd be actually kind of cool. But, yeah. God Hopper really doesn't have much in the articulation department. It has these leg pieces that you can fold, but again, that's more for transformation. But it does have a really fun gimmick, and if you press it down, it jumps, or falls over, or comes apart. But yeah, I really like its little gimmick. It kind of reminds me of those, if you remember in arcades, you get those little, like, jumping frogs. Like, that's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a really fun gimmick. It's weirdly simple, but I like it. And I like all three of their gimmicks, honestly. So before we get them to transform, let me bring in God King-Ohger, which, from my last review, remember how it couldn't stand on its ball-jointed legs? I've had it in King-Ohger mode, and now it can. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's standing on the legs, and it's not coming down at all. And overall, you can see how much bigger it is than God Kabuto. But if you remember in the show, you can get them to lovingly embrace each other and become friends once more. I had to make sure I put that in there because we saw it in the show. Got to get them to hug it out. But yeah, I think King-Ohger is definitely bigger than the three of them, but he is like the main piece of King-Ohger, and they're supposed to add on to him, which is understandable. I don't know if that's exactly show accurate, but I think they look really good, except for Hopper. I think Hopper's probably pretty scale-wise accurate. I can't remember if they made them bigger or smaller in the show, or like the same size as King-Ohger, but I think they look really good, and we will take him out of here, and I have another mechanized Kabuto beetle, so I thought I would show him off too. Which, again, very different approaches, but you can obviously tell very similar bug. So yeah, this was a beast box. So, let's get into the transformations. We will start off with Bata. Not Bata, Kabuto. You flip the horn, and you flip the legs out, and you kind of just do whatever you want for the legs when you get them unconnected, which, okay, they swing this way, and then you slide it down, and then you disconnect it, and this comes out that way, and then you flip this up, and then you kind of just do what you want with the legs. So I like to bring 2 of them up, and then 2 of them to the side. You can see this is the clip that allows it to connect to King-Ohger. This will wrap around his wrist, and if you take the other half of Kabuto, it will flip. You got to push this down a little bit, and it will catch, filling out the cannon. And that is Kabuto's full cannon mode, which reveals a lot of its beautiful chrome and everything, especially like on this side. This looks awesome. Like what looks like maybe like the bullet shells or something. I don't know. Got a ton of cool detailing. And yeah, that is Kabuto's cannon mode. Now we will get Scorpion ready. So you pretty much swing this arm all the way over here. You swing that. You rotate this. I don't know if I showed if this can rotate. You rotate that. You flip these down, and you got that. And she's pretty much ready to go fuse with King-Ohger. And you pretty much position this to be as much as a claw as you want. So that's kind of, your mileage may vary. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for Scorpion. And again, Bata, really easy to get ready. Rip off its leg, fold it, rip off its other leg, fold it, take Bata, flip him out, and you get more of this beautiful chrome, and that looks really good. So yeah, that's all of them ready to combine with King-Ohger. So let's get King-Ohger in here, and we will start combining them. Alright, King-Ohger is now here. So, he's pretty much all ready to combine. I already put his sword on his back, which, again, you just put the little clip that sword onto there. And to pretty much get it ready, I like to move these wings out of the way before. We're going to add them one at a time, and then we will get to Legend King-Ohger, just so you can get a look at them before they're all, you know, part of Legend King-Ohger. You detach Lady of Tento, and you plug it right onto Kabuto. Fold this out, fold the leg down. Kind of good to bend the arm a little bit beforehand, and then you just kind of lock it, wrap it around, and it's staying on there. There you go. And that is God Kabuto fully combined with King-Ohger, and I kind of think it's a little unwieldy, and I kind of wish that the sword could plug into somewhere on this like you saw in the show, but you can't. I'm trying to stay in frame, but yeah, which you can pose him with it in a way. It's a little awkward, but yeah, you can get him in a pose to hold it up, and he'll hold it. Like, he's not gonna fall over or anything. You definitely got to get him in a pretty good stance to, like, hold on to it, and if you really wanted to, you could probably, let's see what pose we can do. His legs. That's the only problem with King-Ohger. His stuff starts getting clanging onto each other. I just got one of Kuwagata's legs stuck in Tombo's wings. But yeah, no. You can just get him to have the massive cannon ready to fire. Even if you want it. Like, he's just holding it up just to look cool. Which, honestly, if I could bring the camera back a little bit, like I said, it's a little unwieldy. Like I said, it's just really high up there. But you can get some poses with it. It's just a little difficult to do, I would say. But yeah, I would say it looks pretty good overall. Like I said, a little unwieldy for how long it is, because it is, if I detach it, up, or he can fall. Or King-Ohger can fall. But yeah, let's put the sword back there. It is taller than King-Ohger, so you know it's a little unwieldy. But what are you gonna do? And now let's get to Scorpion. Let's put Tento back on and fix his legs before we get into the next combo. And this one you kind of want to bring the arm out a little bit. I already have the hand adjusted to how it wants. Trying to get him to stand a little bit. He's kind of fighting me today. I don't know why. Oh, he had his joint twisted, that's why. Okay. There we go. And obviously we have to remove Tento, no, the other Tento, because this one goes on this side. You could use this on the other side, because you could move this stuff, but you wouldn't have this claw piece. But the instructions tell you to use this side, so. In reality, you could use either or, you just wouldn't get this, like, thumb claw. But you pretty much go around, and you try to, like, get the legs to plug in, because it has holes. And it just wraps around there, and that's how it should look. Make sure you've got that. And you put the Tento right there. And there you go. You got God Scorpion attached. And it's a little bulky, but you still have access to this top elbow. Like, the bottom elbow, you're not going to be getting any use out of, but it's this, if he tries not to fall. If I move it a little bit. You can definitely get some movement out of this top elbow. So that's at least nice if you want to get the claws a-going for some form of pose. So you can really have it look like it's like, oh, I'm coming at you with my big claw hand. Which, in the show, the claw hand is much, much smaller, but, you know, this kind of does look awesome, and if you really wanted to, I guess you could still try to use the gimmick of it, like, flicking its finger at you. It has one flicky finger. Don't watch out for the flick finger. But yeah, that's pretty much God Scorpion. And I think it looks pretty good, and it, again, it keeps standing with it. I think it looks actually pretty cool as, like, a claw. And overall, it's just kind of neat. So you get one giant cannon, you get a giant claw, and again, it's a little bit of a pain to kind of pose because of how much stuff is there, but it can get some cool poses. Like I said, you saw me get one. You can actually, if you want to move the legs a little bit, if you want it to just look, oh, nope, I unhooked it. See, that's a little thing. It sometimes unhooks, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. Gotta move the feet, because you gotta get it like in the same way, so it's a little bit of a pain to get on, but once you get it on, it usually stays on. So yeah, if you really want it to get more of that claw hand up, you can. So yeah, there's that. There you go. He's standing with it. He's kind of leaning back. I don't know why he's leaning back so much. There you go, King-Ohger. Move your leg a little bit. Move. Hit that one back up. And there you go. You got a nice pose going for you. If he's kind of wanting to fall over. Why are you doing that? Oh, I've just been messing with his knees too much, that's why. So yeah, he's a little bit fighting me. There you go. And there you go. That's Scorpion. Let's take Scorpion off now. And put Tento back on the arm. Fold this. And this one is kind of the easier, like the easiest one to connect on, because you really don't have to remove anything. You could actually even have him, King-Ohger, still using the sword. Okay, there we go. If you really wanted to, because you just take this one, plug it into his kneecap right near B. Just plugs in there. Go to the other kneecap. Plug it in. He now has murder kneecaps. So, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with his deep kneecaps. And then you get the chest piece. And there you go. And he pretty much just, like, hugged somebody to death with this form and, like, shot light out of it. Like, I don't know, like, what powers. Like, and you could jump high, so you could get mad ups. But I think the chest piece looks awesome. But out of all of them, I would say it's the one that you can say benefits from actually having the others with it. Because it's pretty much just a chest piece. And, you know, you could just get some murder stabs with your knees, I guess. Just get you with my knee. So yeah, there you go. So let's get finally, if his spider would go back on. If his spider's fighting me, doesn't want to go back on. There it is. So let's get into Legend King-Ohger, because it's pretty much exactly what I just showed you. But yeah, let's keep him on. Let's fold the wing back just for the cannon. But yeah, why do you not want to stand? I do not know why he is fighting me standing so much, but he is. Did you get your wrist rotated again? Yes, it did. So take these off. Immediately bring back Kabuto. Do what I showed you before. Plug it on. Oh wait, I'm realizing I think I plugged it on backwards. Want you to plug it on this way. Re-hook it. I guess if you want to just bring his arm out, move the legs, fold the hand, and boom. You got him with the cannon ready to go. If I can get it all in the frame. Now let's get Scorpion. Twist it. Gotta get it to fold in there. And there you go. This is Legend King-Ohger. He is a very wide boy. Let's see, can I get him all in the frame with the cannon? There he is. He is very wide. He is leaning back a little bit, but I think that's just mine at the moment. He's really wanting to fight me. There you go. So, there he is. He's pretty stable, so if you hear me slamming on my table, he's not going to fall over. He's obviously, like I said, this is a lot to try to maneuver and move around, so he's not the easiest to pose, but you can get him into some poses if you really wanted to. So, if you really wanted to get it to where he could move, I was about to say, I know I'm trying a lot to get this pose to work, but I'm very determined. Plug that back. Use that double joint. Slight waist. Oh god! He lost one of his kneecaps. Boom! There you go. There is Legend King-Ohger. I don't know why I was so determined to pose him. Maybe I cut that down. But yeah, I like how all three of these bugs look. I love their little gimmicks. I love how they form Legend King-Ohger. I kind of wish, because for a second I thought Legend King-Ohger had his own unique, like, head crest. Like, there was going to be something kind of like the, like, Don Oni Taijin mask to, like, put over King-Ohger's head for this form, but it doesn't exist, so That was just something my mind made up. And overall, like I said, it can pose, so I like that it can still get some poses. It's not exactly perfect, it's not the easiest, but it works, and it's, you know, look at it. I'm about to say, I got him into a pretty cool pose. I got the sword. I like that it has all of them combined, and honestly, you could find ways to fit Snail and Pillbug, because you could have him hold Pillbug with this free hand, and then you could slap Snail on here, and then slap the extra one of these on the sword. So you can fit actually all of the bugs that we have so far into this, which is pretty cool, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. And overall, like I said, I really do like all three of the new Guardian Spirits. I love that in the show they have all this personality, and overall, I can highly recommend them if you already have King-Ohger. And I know I'm a little late because this released back when King-Ohger released. I just kind of waited for the, you know, the 3-pack just because I thought it would be a lot neater overall. And it was just, I hadn't picked it up, so I decided this would be the easier way for me. But yeah, again, if you guys could find, like, either pick them up individually, if you, like, your mileage may vary, but I think altogether and with King-Ohger, it makes something really kind of cool. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Which is your favorite form of King-Ohger? Do you prefer Legend King-Ohger? Do you like the individual weapon states better? I don't know. Tell me down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until whatever I do next, bye!